Hello everyone and welcome back to the Big Data Solutions Snowflake tutorial series. As you might recall from the last video, I was showing you this picture about a data pipeline and telling you something about how to run a script that connects to a API source, retrieves JSON data, runs it all the way through AWS S3 with Snowpipe to Snowflake, and then finally visualizing it in Power BI. So we're going to start with this Digitraffic API, where you can get live data from trains. And the API endpoint looks like this. So the raw data is just JSON in unstructured format. So we're going to retrieve it with a script, and as a matter of fact, I have one running in the background, and it's retrieving the newest information about the trains every 15 seconds. And of course, the script is running on my computer, but you could have it running in a AWS AC2 or some other virtual machine. There's this application called Trains on a Map, which look like this, where you can follow the live status of trains on the map. So the final result is going to look something like this. It's not as usable, of course, but it gives you an idea how you could create these kind of applications for your own use. So the script I have in the background is running, and it's importing the data in JSON format to my S3 bucket in AWS. So let's have a look at Snowflake. So here's my worksheet of this demo, and what I have done here is created a stage which points to the S3 bucket that I was just showing you. So it's just the external link. It's not, the data is not actually in Snowflake, but it's just a pointer so we can see what's going on there. And here we can list the stage, and we can see our GPS JSON files in it. Next, I have created a table, and the table has two columns, but the other one is important. It's variant data type that is unique to Snowflake, and it's used to store semi-structured data. And there's already data in the table, as we can see here. So there's already JSON being imported. And how it's being done, the automatic ingestion is done with a Snowpipe feature of Snowflake. So it's a automated copy into command into the table. So every time my script is saving a new file into the S3 bucket, it triggers this Snowpipe function, and the file is automatically copied into the table. We can query the copy history of this table, and we can see that in the last 2 minutes, these are the files that have been copied into the table. And if we look more closely to the data, it seems that on one row, Snowflake has automatically split this JSON file so that on one row there's one object within the Snowflake, JSON file. Because if you look at the original file, it looks like this. It's a pretty long JSON with different objects in it, and one object is one train and its coordinate information. So Snowflake has already split the objects into separate rows, so that's pretty cool. But we obviously want to query it more and make it into more readable format. So this is where the Snowflake's flatten function steps in. What this flatten does is it explodes this JSON format into compound values. And the important part to see here is this path value. So what we can do with these path values, we can select these values from the JSON and make them in a normal relational table format. So here's a select statement where I have chosen the values that I want from each of the trains, and I have put them into their separate columns. And this part here just tells us that we are looking at the latest file that is being copied in, and not the previous ones. So with the select statement, we start to see that the table is starting to look nice and really readable, normal relational table. So what we can do with this, we can create a view. So we kind of save this select statement. So now all the time as new data is being copied in, this view is automatically updated and it's just querying the latest GPS information about the trains. Okay, so the final step is to connect the data into our favorite BI tool. In this case, I'm going to use Power BI. And the connection is really simple. We just select get the data. And there's already Snowflake option here. Then we put on our server and the warehouse or compute cluster that we're going to use and click OK. And we navigate to the database that we want to use. And this GPS was the view that we just created, so we see it here. Then we load the data in. Snowflake has native connectors with some software, like for example Tableau. With Power BI, you're just gonna have to download a driver right from the help menu, download. And you download this ODBC driver depending on your platform. It's really straightforward to install and then you're ready to go, ready to connect your Power BI. Okay, so now we have imported the data into Power BI. And next we're gonna put the trains on a map. So there you go. Now we have recreated this trains on a map application and we have a current information about the trains on the map of Finland. And of course, we could make this application more usable with connecting to other endpoints in the API, connecting other data to join with this one, but this goes well for an example. So there you go. This is how easy it is to stream live semi-structured data and transform it with Snowflake. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.